None of our officers discharged any weapon because we didn't have an opportunity to. The officer was ambushed.
Breaking news, an officer shot in Miami Gardens, and as you just heard, he was ambushed while on duty today. He was shot near Northwest 183rd Street and Northwest 7th Avenue. The suspect later caught nearby off of 183rd Street and 32nd Avenue.
We have team coverage on this story right now. Local 10 News reporter Ben Kennedy and Larry Livingston, they're covering how it all started and ended. And Local 10 News reporter Erica Rayco, she is at Aventura Hospital. That was where the officer is being treated right now. Let's begin our coverage today with Ben.
Eric, this officer had no time to act. It happened so fast. He was shot at literally by a passing driver. In fact, that is the gunman's SUV there in the distance, covered by that yellow tarp on the corner of Northwest 32nd Avenue and 183rd Street. The officer did remain calm after getting shot, called in help, and then went to track down and catch the bad guy. A Miami Gardens police officer was ambushed and shot Friday morning. It happened while he sat in his patrol car writing a report at Northwest 7th Avenue and 183rd Street. It's there that a black BMW passed by and the driver put on the brakes.
The vehicle made contact with them visually, backed up, and ambushed the officer by discharging a firearm in the direction of the officer.
Officer David Starling was hit once by a bullet, called in backup and started to chase the BMW. More police joined the pursuit as the gunman pulled the trigger, firing shots at the squad car's tail.
Leaned out the window with the firearm and began to fire at the officers who were in pursuit of him.
And I heard a bang, and that was the accident.
The SUV crashed into a white truck at Northwest 32nd Avenue, and the bad guy took off on foot, only to be caught moments later in a nearby neighborhood, as Officer Starling was then rushed to the hospital.
If you have that much hate and aggression to attempt to assassinate a police officer who's paid to protect and serve, there's no justification for it.
The Sky 10 HD was overhead of the scene moments after it ended. Now, this all happened so fast, none of the officers did fire back. The gunman's name has not been released. They did, however, recover and find his weapon. Back live to the scene here in Miami Gardens, very active. It's been a little more than 3 hours since this police shooting, the officer shot at, that is, and officers are still investigating. It is still not clear exactly why this gunman did this. That's what police are now trying to find out. Reporting live in Miami Gardens, Ben Kennedy, Local 10 News.
Okay, Ben, thank you. Let's keep our team coverage going with Local 10 News reporter Larry Livingston.
He is live in Miami Gardens where that officer was shot.
And you heard Ben speaking there about this investigation, which is clearly underway here. There's actually a mobile command unit just on the other side of this parking lot in this building where this officer's SUV is still sitting. You can see there that back window shattered out, likely from those bullets that were shot into this cruiser here as it sat in this parking lot. And speaking of this parking lot, I want to show you something. If Sam will follow me this way, this is a busy place. There's a furniture store here, a wireless store here, a beauty supply here, a supermarket here, and thankfully none of the customers or the employees inside of those particular facilities were hurt when these bullets started flying. As that officer dove for cover, people in the nearby shopping strip wondered what in the world just happened.
When I heard the shots, like 8 shots, and I see the rear window of the police SUV was parked right there. I see the window fall down.
That man and his wife were inside a nearby dental clinic when the shots started firing. We also talked to a woman who works at a nearby laundromat.
I noticed the police officer sitting in his truck. So that's nothing normal. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary.
Right. She asked us not to show her face because she says this shooting hits especially close to home. You see, her own daughter works in law enforcement.
I'm concerned. That's
when people drive up and start shooting at police officers.
Exactly. Because that could have been my child out there.
And we're live still in Miami Gardens. Of course, Sky 10 was over this scene, monitoring things from above, and we're down below where this investigation is underway. Some crime scene investigators actually just walked into or out of this area here into one of the police units here with bags of evidence. They're still collecting here on this scene. We do know, after speaking with that woman who works in that laundromat, that a detective went inside there asking about surveillance video, something that we also asked about. And so they're supposed to come back here to see if they can get access to that to see if this will help them as a part of this investigation. Of course, anything further we learn, we'll bring it to you. For now, reporting live in Miami Gardens, Laren Livingston, Local 10 News.
Laren, thank you. Now we do know that that officer is in good condition.
Right now, he's being treated at Aventura Hospital. Local 10 News reporter Erica Rayco is there this afternoon. She continues our coverage. Erica.
Constance and Eric, I'm told that officer is doing okay. He is here at Aventura Hospital being treated. I'm also told he's in good spirits, but feeling angry and worried about other officers working out there on the streets these days. He's been a police officer for a long time. Officer David Starling worked at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office for 10 years, from 1989 to 99, before coming to the Miami Gardens Police Department. We're told he's up, he's talking, and he is lucky to be alive.
It was a total ambush. Like I said, he had a guardian angel watching over him because there was a lot of bullets that were shot into his vehicle, and he was only struck once. We're starting to see a breakdown of civilization as we know it. Our lives, all of our lives, are being changed with the breakdown of the justice system, the breakdown of society. And things are going to get tougher. For the last 2 or 3 years, I've been saying the streets have been getting meaner and more violent, and this is just one of those byproducts that we're seeing.
A few officers here and there have been coming in and out of Aventura Hospital to visit Officer Starling. His wife and daughter also arriving here not too long ago. Agencies and officers from all over have been posting comments on social media showing their support for Officer Starling, wishing him well, praying for him. We'll of course continue to follow his progress and keep you updated on how he's doing from the hospital. We're live in Aventura this afternoon. Erica Rayco, Local 10 News.
And our continuing coverage does continue on this officer shot in Miami Gardens. We'll have updates for you on the air right here on Local 10, and always 24 hours a day live on local10.com.